Okay, welcome to Act 3, Ironclad Ascension 6-1. So this is my deck. Won't go through this too much because you've probably watched the other two videos, hopefully. So our final boss is Timekeeper. Okay, so this is really good for us. We have Velvet Choker, which works, which is nice with Timekeeper. Timekeeper basically allows you to play 12 cards in a turn, and then after that he will stop you, and he will gain 2 strength, I think. So we have a deck that doesn't want to play too many cards, which is great. So feeling very good about this already. If you're listening towards the end of Act 2, you'll notice that I said I wanted to upgrade quite a lot of cards. And I already have a deck that will beat the Act 3 boss. So what I'm going to be doing here is try to prioritize campfires and ignore elites. I don't really, and ignore hallway fights the best I can, because I don't really need more cards. I think I have enough as it is. So I'm going to go up this way. Gets me a shop, gets me a rest here. Have to fight 1 elite, but then I get 3 more rests up here until the final boss. So that gets me, hopefully, 4 upgrades if I don't take too much damage. Right. So again, Act 3 asks a lot of questions about your AoE, which we picked up Immolate in the last turn, which is great because that's going to massively help us with our AoE. Zero mana Blood Flood, really nice. Getting hit for a bit here though, which is unfortunate. I think we just kill here though. So yeah, these guys come back if you don't kill the other 2, but sometimes it's just fine to kill the guy who's doing a lot of damage to you. You know, let him come back, but he's kind of like, he's doing nothing right now, so he can't hurt us. Okay, I'm going to stall out for a bit because I want Reaper to come up. So let's get rid of the defense so I don't draw it again. Now they're blocking, which is a bit unfortunate, and our Reaper is 3 mana, which is really unfortunate, but what can you do? So we'll heal for 9. Is there any way we can heal for more? Yeah. Hit here. Reaper. Heavy Blade here. Okay. We should be able to kill this guy. Yeah. Okay, so nothing here. Dual Wield is interesting. Yeah, I'm going to pick Dual Wield because Dual Wield works really well with Stack Away. I think I remember this. So if you Dual Wield a say a 2 mana attack or a 3 mana attack, or say Demon Form costs 0. Okay, I think we can Dual Wield Demon Form, and we get 3 Demon Forms for 0. I think that's how it works. So I'm going to pick that because I think that's how it works. One thing to point out about Immolate. Okay, so you can choose to fight these guys or leave them. I'm gonna fight them, I think. Honestly, being completely practical, I think we could leave because I don't think we need anything to beat the final boss, but I think we have enough to kill these guys. And yeah, okay. 27 damage coming our way. These guys scale as well. They do more and more damage as they go up. So you need to do a bit of damage to them. 0 mana Reaper. I don't think I'm going to play it. It's just 4 damage. I could strength. No. Okay, so I'm going to strength here and strength potion and use Immolate just so I do the damage to these guys. I'm going to use Heavy Blade as well. I'm going to use a block potion. Using a lot more resources than I'm comfortable with these guys, but oh well. Okay. Feel no pain for the heal. We can kill one, which I think is what we do here. And weaken one. Yeah, we're not getting our strength scaling up, which is unfortunate. So our Reaper is not going to be anywhere near as good as I was hoping it would be. But that's okay. So that's a really good example there of why I picked Blood for Blood. So I just couldn't get strength scaling going in that fight at all. When we did draw in Flame and Demon Form, they just cost too much, and it was a fight where the enemies just kept ramping and ramping in strength, so you need to end it early. So I just could not afford to spend a turn playing these cards. So we had no strength scaling. So you saw at the very end there, I played a Sword Boomerang that did 9 damage, which is nothing, but I was able to play a Blood for Blood, which was able to kill the enemy, because a Blood for Blood is just one of those cards that says, I'm going to deal damage, I don't care about how much scaling you have. I'm just going to do damage, and that hurts you when you have a lot of scaling, but it's really good when you don't. And I think I said when I picked it up, this could be still good for the Act 2 and 3 hallway fights. That's why I picked it. So that got a Stone Calendar at the end of your turn. Turn 7, sorry, deal 52 damage to all enemies. Quite nice. And a Havoc. Yeah, so Havoc I think is a good card to play. It is 0 mana. Oh, wait, no, I keep forgetting that we have Snake Away, so it's no, sorry. No, if we didn't have Snake Away, this would be a definite pickup. 0 mana, you say you play a card for free, and we have a lot of high cost cards in our deck, but because we have Snake Away, it won't always be 0 mana, so it's a pass. Same with these, we don't need armaments. Upgrading all cards in your hand for less combat is good, but we've done a good job upgrading cards we need upgraded, and we're going through a lot of campfires in this act, so we're going to upgrade the ones, and then gaining 5 black is just crap, and it's 1 mana as well, so that's not great. When it comes to Snake Away, Combust, we don't need more OE. We talked about Rampage. Okay, hoping for a decent-ish Reaper in this fight. 7. Dual Wield, that's unfortunate. If Dual Wield costs a little bit less, we would Dual Wield the Reaper and get a lot more. Or if Reaper costs 0 mana, which it doesn't, but yeah, that's a pity. If we Dual Wield it, we can play 2, which would give us 14 health. And it exhausts. No, we don't have. I was going to say it exhausts, but we don't have any Feel No Pain in play. Okay. Gonna Reaper now. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think we're gonna get Reaper around again by the time we kill him. So may as well just use it when I have it. Okay. Because we have Snake Away, I think this might be Demon Form again. In my last run, I had 2 Demon Forms, and I said I'd never ever play them, and I never did really. But Snake Away with 2 Demon Forms could be useful, and that would definitely sort out our scaling. So I think I'm going to pick it. Corruption's interesting. So Corruption lets us play our cards for free, or sorry, our skills for free, but exhausts them. We don't have a lot of skills, and yeah, I think I won't pick that. True Grit is interesting. If it was upgraded, I'd definitely pick it. Getting a bit more block and exhaust into our deck would be great. But unupgraded, we just have so many upgrades we need. Card remove, I'm going to remove a strike. You also pick Gambit Chip is decent. At the start of each combat, discard any number of cards, then draw that many. This is very good in a Snekawai deck because you can just get rid of the cards that you've drawn that have in the first turn. You can get rid of the cards that have a lot that the Snekawai has made cost a lot. So I'm going to pick that, and I think I'm going to pick the regen potion as well, just so we have a bit more healing throughout the fights. So here, for example, get rid of Ride, get rid of Heavy Blade, Strike, Dual Wield, Immolate, and Strike. Okay, so we get one Demon Form in play. 30 damage coming our way, which is not great. So you can see why weak is just so important, especially when you come towards the end of the game. So the enemies are just doing so much damage to you that it's just very important that you can somehow bring that down. I probably should have regen pod at the start of this fight. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage here. Oh yeah, I can block for 6 here, which is good. Taking a bit more damage than I'm comfortable with, though. We do have Reaper in our deck, and we have 16 strength, so if I can, I'm going to hold out for Reaper. Weaken him here. Strike. Come on, Reaper. No Reaper. Can we block? We can't. That's unfortunate. 27 damage. We could dual wield out a disarm, which would block for 9. It's not great though. I think we just have to kill. That's unfortunate. We definitely. I think we need more block in our deck. Sentinel's interesting. Game 5 block. If this card is exhausted, game 2, I don't think we have enough exhausts going on. Buy 2 weak to all enemies and exhaust, but it's 0 mana, so I don't think we can pick that. Twin Strike, even upgraded, I just don't think it's enough. Thunderclap, no. I'm going to keep smithing. We have Reaper to try and heal us, so I'm going to try and use that. I think Immolate needs to be upgraded first. We just need a bit more damage. Okay, that's nice. We can upgrade. Just upgrades to 1. It's not great. Probably Sword Boomerang. Yeah. Okay, I think we can skip this elite fight. So we can go to this rest here. We can go up, get the chest. Go up here, get this rest, and get this rest, thanks to our beautiful winged boots. So we're getting to upgrade everything. So you can see why I didn't pick armaments. Let's go Demon Form again. Our strength scaling should be perfect now. We just need to get it going. Maw Bank, absolutely useless to us. Oh, we can get another campfire. It doesn't actually matter. Yeah, may as well. Let's go in Flame. Zero mana Reaper, that's nice. if we're in trouble, we can use the fire pot. That's fine. Use the fire potion to block 15 damage. I'm happy to do that. I'm gonna pick Shockwave here. Applies 3 weaken vulnerable to all enemies. We don't do enough weaken vulnerable, to be honest. We have upcut, which is great. We need more. And it's 2 mana, which would go well with Stack Away. Maybe here. We could upgrade the Feel No Pains as well. Maybe upgrade Shockwave. Don't think we need to heal the full. We don't want a we don't want another curse either. Upgrade all cards. You can no longer heal. I want to be able to heal. So I think we fight Act 1 boss. I should have got rid of Reaper. Okay, that's nice. It does work that way. Hooray! So that's what we need against the... I wonder if we use up our good luck. We need that against the Act 3 boss, not the Act 1 boss. 9 turn every time. 9. So this is actually another good example of how Limit Break isn't the only way you can get just a bunch of strength. You know, there's a ton of ways you can scale, and this is one of them. Obviously, Limit Break is definitely more. You can guarantee it, but you know, I don't have Limit Break in this run, and I'm scaling absolutely fine. Okay, Calibers, at the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. It can be decent, but we're not generating enough block for this to be any good. Oh, it's 0 mana. Such a good card. This is the best Ironclad card. It just does everything an Ironclad wants. You know, you're drawing 3 cards, you're exhausting, you're gaining 2 energy, but it's 0 mana. I think if Heavy Blade wasn't here, I would definitely pick Offering. Even with 0 mana, it's just too good. Like, you can play this is a 1 mana card, to be honest. If not, it's a 1.5 mana card. You know, you're gaining 2 energy and you're drawing 3 cards. So losing 6 HP just isn't important. Especially picking it so close to the final boss, where you're just going to lose the 6 HP once. But with Snake Eye, it just makes it a little bit worse, and Heavy Blade is just I think we could use a little bit more damage. That's why I'm picking Heavy Blade. I think we could cream the elite, to be honest, but I'm just going to play it safe. We have well enough to beat the final boss. Yeah, maybe didn't need to do that. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage here. Take actually a good bit of damage here. So the Spire Growth will put on Constricted, so you'll take 10 damage every turn. So he actually does quite a bit of damage to you. I'm gonna drink the Regen Potion. I don't think we're gonna get 5 turns out of it, but I think we could use a bit more healing. There's a Reaper, it's nice, 16. Cool. Pummel, another really good card with strength scaling. So we have loads of strength scaling now. And we're going into the final boss with full health. So we're going to upgrade Heavy Blade. And I think this is an absolute win. I'd be shocked if I lost this. So get rid of Disarm, Geo Wields, Heavy Blade, Ride, Strike. I think we just play the Inflame, even with 2 mana. 1 mana Team Performance, great. Maybe we don't now. Do we want True Grit? This might be heresy, but I think we True Grit at the Inflame here. It's just a block, and I think we have enough strength scaling. I want to keep the other cards too. Eight damage. Oh, sorry, 8 cards. So we play 4 next turn. I'm going to block once, so we play 3 next turn. Okay, doing a bit of damage. It's fine. Quite high cost, which isn't great because we need to hit the we need to hit 12. So we actually can't, which is unfortunate. Going to Dexterity Potion here, just so we block a bit more damage. Yeah, this is unfortunate because we're only going to get to play. Oh, could feel no pain, but then we only get to play 1 card next turn. So I think we just leave it. Okay, he's also applied draw reduction onto us, so we draw 1 less card. So I think we want to uppercut and block, and that's our turn. So we're getting hurt, absolutely, but we have our scaling is just so good that I'm not too worried. Okay, so next turn he's going to hit us now, which is going to bring us real low, but next turn he's going to do nothing. He's going to heal himself and bring him back to half health. So I'm hoping I can kill him in this turn. Yep. Great. Okay, that was yeah, definitely a little bit closer than I think anticipated, but I mean that's kind of how this fight goes. We got a little bit unlucky at the start with the cards that we could play. One thing I think Snekawai can be a bit dodgy against the Timekeeper because you want to be able to play against the Timekeeper a number of cards every turn, so that when it gets to the turn where he stops you playing cards, so once you get to your 12th card, you want to be able to play maybe two or 3 or 4 cards before you hit 12. But with Snekawai, it's kind of forcing you to play a certain way. So we got a bit, I think, unlucky there towards the 12th card because Snekawai just forced us to play. I think we could only play 1 card that turn, but we just had so much scaling that we could kill him even before he healed to half. So that's the deck. I hope that made sense. So I guess to round it off, what we did there was we kind of just checked all of our boxes. In terms of the mitigation, we had a little bit of block. Probably not enough block, honestly. I think in higher Ascensions there I would have died. We definitely could have had a bit more block. We had good healing. We healed to full quite a lot with Reaper, Birdface Urn, and Burning Blood. And we had our scaling with the 2 demon forms, which worked nicely in the Snekawai deck, and the Inflame, which we actually discarded at the end, but that was enough scaling to kill. And then we had basically cards that, so other mitigation, we had our Shockwave, which obviously we picked that late, but I think Uppercut, I hope you saw how useful Weak was. It just blocks, quote unquote, blocks for so much damage. Disarm, didn't really get to see the full use of that because there wasn't too many multi-attacks, but very good card. And then we had our damage scaling. So we had Heavy Blade, Pommel, Sword, Boomerang, another Heavy Blade here, which was enough to kind of see us through the final boss. So that's kind of like, there is no, if you were to ask me, what is the build to this deck that I've made? There's 28 cards here, and there is no build, you could say, oh, well, I want to block enough to get strength and then heal. But then you're asking, you know, well, why are you putting Combust into your deck? Why are you putting a Dual Wield into your deck? Why are you putting an Immolate into your deck? Shockwave, you know, Uppercut. What has that got to do with this strength scaling deck? And the answer is it doesn't, if you look at it in terms of a build, but it answers questions the game throws at you. And that's why I picked those cards. Combust being a very good example back in the beginning of Act 2. Don't like it, didn't do loads, but we needed AoE at that point in time. Now that we have Immolate, and if you were to build a constructed deck, you would cut this immediately because you have Immolate, and Immolate is by far enough AoE. But, you know, that's not how the game works. You have to pick Combust because we didn't have any AoE. You know, we had to pick Blood for Blood because we just needed a bit of extra oomph at the start before our Demon Form and our Flame started ticking away. You know, we couldn't wait for stuff like Heavy Blade and Pummel and Sword Boomerang. And we had a perfect example a little while back where we had a Sword Boomerang doing nothing against an enemy and a Blood for Blood saving us and doing a bunch of damage. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope I've kind of helped explain. I hope with this video, when you go in to maybe do your next game and you have a card pick, you'll get to see a little bit more of, well, why am I picking this card? And I think if I could leave you with anything, it's try and get away from, well, I like this card, so I'm going to pick it, and try and get towards, yeah, I like this card, but what's it doing in my deck right now for me? You know, maybe I have enough of what it's doing. Maybe the deck doesn't need it at all. You know. You know, maybe, for example, like Feel No Pain. I love Feel No Pain, but if I got Feel No Pain towards the end of Act 2 and I had no exhaust, I'd leave Feel No Pain behind because it does nothing for me. You know, we're not looking exhaust. Just we're not going anywhere with exhaust. If I got a Reaper, for example, love Reaper, but if I had no strength scaling, I wouldn't have picked it. And our max HP was crap. So Reaper we weren't getting the full value out of Reaper then either. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Really enjoying these. So I think if more people watch it, or rather if the same people watch it again, I'll definitely do more. So thanks a mil.